Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum, dear brothers and sisters. I'm about to embark on a magnificent journey. I'm about to do Hajj, inshallah. And I want to share my experiences with you. I want to inspire the young generation, the older teenagers, the young 20s to embark on the similar journey that I'm going to be embarking on. I was kind of like, I've done Umrah last year, and you know what, I could wait another few more years before I do Hajj, inshallah. Maybe get married, start a family, then take it on. And I thought, okay, I enjoyed Umrah so much last year, let me do Umrah this year in Ramadan, get the reward of Hajj. During this time, I put my deposit down. You know what, I thought, what's the point of doing that? Let me save up next year, inshallah, and go. Shortly after, I had a dream that someone had advised me to do Hajj this year. At that time, I woke up and thought nothing of it. And in the next couple of days, for me, the urge to go Hajj grew and grew and grew. And really, I spoke to my dad and I said, look, I want to go next year. But then he just said to me, why don't you go this year? I'm going, your mom's going, we can all do it together. I kind of dwelled upon it and I thought, you know what? I was invited by Allah through a dream to, inshallah, go Hajj. So let me go Hajj, inshallah, this year. And for me, I want to like motivate or inspire the youth to do it now rather than later. As we all know, tomorrow could be our last day. And while we're young, while we're making our money, while we're fit, while we're healthy, to do Hajj now. Only kind of understanding what Hajj is now and how much is required from you, it is so much easier to do it while you're young. I mean, the financial difficulties, we're not going to face much financial difficulties if we're not married. Once we're married, we have to pay for the other half, and that's going to be really difficult. And for me, I thought, you know what, I'm in the position, alhamdulillah, I'm making money, I'm not in a relationship, so I've got the perfect opportunity to do Hajj now. So it was kind of last minute, and alhamdulillah, I've been invited by Allah to come to Hajj this year. And I don't want this video to come out as me kind of saying, oh look how much iman I have, or look at all the good things that I'm doing. I want it to be more like, oh, he's young, he's doing it now, why can't we? And I want to kind of show you my experience to kind of maybe pull at your heartstrings a little bit, kind of want you to feel that same urge that I have to go. I mean, once I did Umrah last year, I mean, all kind of other holidays, kind of, you know, ideas of going left, right and center, going to Brazil, going to maybe Japan, that all kind of flew out the window. The urge to come back to Masjid al-Haram, to go to Medina, it was ever growing, and that's what I want to do. And now, I don't like to be on the other side of the camera. As people may know, I like to be behind the camera. So this is going to be a unique opportunity for me to be able to show you how much I enjoy my time out there, and inshallah, hopefully kind of get others to do the same. I mean, get the chance when you can, because I've been told by my group operator, many people even put their deposits down for Hajj, but a lot of the group operators, tour operators, couldn't even get the visas, you know, approved. A lot of tour operators couldn't get their visas approved, and so, you know, it was by the will of Allah that they didn't go this year. Alhamdulillah, I've been chosen to go, so I will try to make the most of it. And this is more like my pre-Hajj, just introduction. I will try to kind of gather a bit more information close to the time. I will try to record certain moments within Hajj, but I would like to give more brief reviews about certain stages that I've gone through. Some of the stuff that I'll be doing in Hajj is going to be very personal between me and Allah, so I won't be recording that, but I would capture as much as I can, photos and videos, when it's not so busy, or maybe when it's more appropriate to capture them, then that's what I'll do. Like I said, this is just to inspire the youth, inspire even the adults who haven't done it to do Hajj. you know, we forget that it's one of our 5 pillars, and that, you know, if we're sane, if we're financially capable, then we do it. And it's not just whack it. We know how much it costs. And for me personally, I have killed myself at work for the last 5 months. Been working 16-hour shifts back to back. I live in East London, Heathrow is at West London, I work at Heathrow. So a lot of the times I've been either staying at B&Bs or at my cousin's house as well, as closer to work. I've been doing as much overtime as I can. There's been weeks I've not been at home, and that's taken its toll on me. But I know that the struggle now, I'll be rewarded 10 times inshallah, or even more than that inshallah. So, you know, it's a task from, it's a struggle from the offset. It's a struggle from just trying to get the money together. Then it's a struggle to, maybe if you live in a busy lifestyle, to learn about Hajj and what it entails. And then it's a struggle to be out there within the heat amongst millions of people, the struggle with keeping your patience. But, you know, it's all about, you know, doing it for the sake of Allah. It's all about showing your obedience, because Allah said to do it, you do it. But it's also a reminder that, you know, we're out there. It reminds us that Allah is one. There is no family that He does, you know, He has no partners. And a lot of the du'as that you do, you know, and it's all kind of reinforces that idea that, you know, Allah is one. He has no partners. And it's just remembering that it's a tawheed basically, you know, and having taqwa as well. So inshallah, I become a better person out of this, and I really do hope so. No one's perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm not gonna say what I do, but I am not perfect. And I really want this moment for me, and inshallah Allah accepts my Hajj, to really help me kind of broaden my thinking. I can be quite selfish at sometimes, and I think this time to be patient, to bond, you know, with the people that I'm with, the brotherhood that's there for me, for the sisters, the sisterhood out there. And it kind of reminds you that everyone is one, no matter what race, what creed, what, you know, what wealth status you have. You're all one. You're all wearing that 2 pieces of fabric, the ihram. You're there amongst millions of people, and no one person is better than the other. And for me, I need that. I think I need that kind of belonging to a community, you know. Often we forget it. We are dwelled within the worldly manners. We're at work all the time, or you're out with your friends. You know, you never really think about what it is to be a Muslim. And I think one of those is that brotherhood. And sometimes I miss that. You know, I don't get to see my friends very often because I'm at work all the time. And, you know, to see this on a greater scale, you know, alhamdulillah, I've got that chance. So I will try to upload as much as I can, and I probably will upload all of this at the end. So, you know, it'll be in a few parts, inshallah. Yeah, so like I said, this is going to be totally unscripted. There's going to be a lot of ums and ahs, and I don't know what I'm saying. Maybe I might take a few cuts, but it's going to be very, like, point of view. It's going to be very personal. It's going to be very me, and I'm just going to say it as I see it. And inshallah, hopefully people who watch this will want to feel like going next year, inshallah. I'm traveling with Hassan Hajj Tours, and, you know, for me, I want to, you know, mum and dad already went a few years ago, sorry, and they didn't have a really good experience with the tour group. So they went looking, and they found a group that was highly recommended, Hassan Hajj Tours. I've never been, but when I met the brother who's one of the lead brothers in this, they started many years ago by their father, and now the brothers are kind of taken upon the roles of, you know, running it as well. A brother called Mushqat. He just seemed very down to earth. He's a young alim, you know. He really got his head figured, you know, straight on. He says it as it is. He tells us what to expect. He was honest, tells us what he can do for us, what he can't do for us. His lectures and seminars online are amazing. They're very clear cut, and I found that, you know, with my Islamic opinions and beliefs, they kind of followed that as well. So there wouldn't be much of a clash when it came to certain, you know, probably ideologies or kind of opinions, you know, that he may have had that could have clashed. It doesn't. And I really, really like the brother, and for me to say that, it's very rare. and I really like the brother, and I really feel that I can trust them, and I just trust the company in itself. I mean, it's very simple. It's very straightforward. Information's given, what you're gonna expect from whatever package is, and you know, there's very little room for confusion. And you know, they're always telling us, don't worry, we'll help you at each step of the way. And yeah, inshallah, throughout the Hajj period, they will, you know, kind of keep to the promise, inshallah. But until this time, they have done absolutely, you know, amazing, you know, and I can't fault them. To this stage, I cannot fault them. I mean, I didn't think they would be that hands-on, and they are very hands-on. And alhamdulillah, they will manage to get us the visas. They managed to get us, you know, get us on the tickets and everything like that. And yeah, they might be more expensive than your average Hajj operator is, but having my parents go for a cheaper option a couple of years ago, they didn't really feel like it was worth it. But it looks like with this, they are worth the money, and I would highly recommend them at this point. Obviously throughout, if I think my opinions change, then I'll let you know, because I don't want to be deceiving anyone. So yep, and you know, simple as it is, I'm just taking ihram. I'm taking my Crocs sandals. They may not be fashionable, but they are very comfortable. I did try them on, and because you are walking in the desert, you need something that's going to be really comfortable. Taking a few thobes or jubbas. You know, I'm going to go really empty-handed. I just want to go simply, obviously your charger, your phones, you're going to need that. And inshallah, maybe a GoPro if I can get a hand, you know, get one of those. But I'm going to go in very simple, and just, you know, keep on the ibadah, inshallah, and hopefully be able to share my experience with you. So like I said, you know, it's not about me or showing how much iman I have or how much good deeds I'm doing. Please do not look at it like that. I want you to just see what I see in front of me, the brotherhood, you know, what you're gonna expect, you know, from a Hajj operator, you know, what, you know, seeing the Kaaba, seeing, you know, Masjid al-Haram, Masjid al-Nabawi, you know, just seeing everything around it, and kind of, you know, get engrossed in that, and you know, feel the urge to go, because not many young people are going, and you know, that is a shame. You know, I mean, in that group that I'm in, a lot of them are older people. A lot of them are serial Hajjis, as I call them. They've done it more than one time. It's a shame to see that not many young people are doing it. I'll probably look the oldest because I've got a really big beard, but you know, there is a lack of youngsters, and I know financially it might be a bit difficult for youngsters, you know, in terms of pay and, you know, stuff like that. But you know, just put in that extra work and do it now while you can, because if you develop any health problems later on, you know that, you know, you may possibly struggle. Obviously, by the will of Allah, if you don't struggle, then that's fine, but don't risk it. And I think that I've learned that, and I think alhamdulillah, Allah guided me in my dreams, and He told me to come this year, inshallah. So that's why I wanted, like other people, like I said before, I would have wanted to go in a couple of years, maybe get married and then go with my wife, inshallah, if I ever got married. But, and you know, you got to be sensible and think, well, you know, I might not live to next year, I might live to December, I might not live to my next birthday. So do it now. It's one of the 5 pillars. And you know, for me, I was so skeptical, and until only a couple of days ago, I'm flying day after tomorrow, only until a couple of days ago has it really hit me. I've been so engrossed with the worldly, you know, stuff, you know, work and everything like that. It's not really hit me, but remembering what Umrah was like, and going through the talks, and you know, when they talk about that brotherhood, when they talk about the, you know, the remembrance of Allah, and you know what to expect, and you know, remembering what the Masjid al-Haram looks like, on, you know, remembering at what you saw, what the first thing, you know, you saw when you came to the masjid was that through the arches you could see the Kaaba, and you know, that was absolutely beautiful, and I want to go see that again. And I know for me it's going to be tough. I'm not the most patient of people. My friends will know, my family will know, but that's going to be my test, and I think for me that's going to be my biggest struggle, and I'm going to be honest, is my patience. But inshallah, for the sake of Allah, I will just let everything go. I will not get angry, I will not utter one single bad word, inshallah, and become a better person out of this. You know, come back and do ibadah on a daily basis, rather than maybe just on, you know, special days, or you know, Jummah or Ramadan, and forget about the rest. And that's my shortfalls. I don't do enough ibadah. and hopefully, you know, after this it can wake me up. You know, like I said, we could die anytime. We want to be in a state of ibadah when we die, don't we? So increase our chances of doing that by doing ibadah every day, and inshallah this opportunity will allow me to kind of expand on my iman and my ibadah, and, you know, really kind of focus on my deen rather than the dunya. And I think that's what a lot of the ummah at the moment is so engrossed in, is on the dunya over the deen. And, you know, the last 5-6 years for me has been a battle, up and down, up and down, up and down. I feel like there's not been a balance, and you know, 1 month it might be deen, a month it might be dunya, and it happens when we're humans. But I think we should really start focusing on you know, working and striving to be better people, better Muslims. And I think this is one heck of an opportunity. You know, it's probably one of the best opportunities you're gonna get. So I pray that my Hajj gets accepted, that I come home safely, that everyone who's going the Hajj gets accepted. And I hope and I pray that you are engrossed or inspired to go from this. And this is my only aim, is to inspire young people to go, and people who are old, who haven't gone, who rather spend their money on other things to go, maybe next couple of years, maybe a couple of years. I mean, I've had friends who died young. I've had, you know, family members who have died young or in their mid-40s, and, you know, they hadn't been to Hajj. And, you know, it's a shame, really. And to have this opportunity, I'm gonna say alhamdulillah, I'm blessed. But, you know, it's not easy getting to this point as well. So you've really got to put the effort in. If you're blessed with a well-paid job and you can go next year, inshallah, please do, because it's just 2 weeks of your life that you're gonna give up, yeah, for the sake of Allah, and hopefully that makes you a better person. So as I ramble on, you know, I'm gonna say my salams. I'm gonna finish. If I got anything to add, I'll just add it on as an extra clip. Like I said, this is my first kind of vlog I'm actually gonna, inshallah, dedicate to. Every other idea I have, I've not dedicated it to, and I forget it straight away. I do feel uncomfortable being on side of this camera, but for the sake of Allah and for the sake of showing people what Hajj is about, and for the sake of Allah, to inspire everyone, that's what I want to do. So, you know, I pray that Allah lets me have that you know, kind of will to carry on, inshallah. But like I said, I will try to capture as much as I can, but those moments between me and Allah, you know, my du'as and stuff like that, it will be very personal. So I won't really kind of do footage then. I might do footage at the end and just tell you how I felt. And, you know, for me, tears came out of my eyes when I was at Masjid al-Haram and Umrah. So, you know, inshallah, you know, this is going to be even a better experience. And like I said, unscripted. I'm nervous. I am probably coming across as nervous, but I am really, really, really looking forward to it now. You know, it didn't even cross my mind a couple of weeks ago as to, you know, what I'm going to be embarking on yet. But I've had the last couple of days off. I'm resting up. I just came on with the flu or the summer cold, and alhamdulillah, after 2 days, I'm almost at 100%. And that was by the will of Allah. You know what? I was blessed there, because when I get this kind of stuff, I get really, really ill, and I can get chest infections very quickly straight after that. But alhamdulillah, that hasn't happened, and I've recovered over 2 days. You know, that in itself is a miracle. So I also tend not to look at a camera. I don't look at people when I talk to them. I don't know why, but I will try to look at the camera. But if I look like I'm veering off somewhere, not paying attention, that's just me. It's just something that I can't do, is look at people when I talk to them. There's nothing being rude. I just like to be more aware of my surroundings and the person I'm talking to. It's a good thing and a bad thing. So, assalamu alaikum. And inshallah, my next video will be me embarking on the journey from the start, from Heathrow Airport where I work. So inshallah, you know, that'll be fun. Little vlog from there, and then when I on the aircraft, and when I land, obviously wherever I can record. I know Saudi's a bit strict on recording around the Hajj times, or even in the masjids. So I'll do what I can, but obviously I don't want to anger anyone, and I also don't want to make myself to be an inconvenience to others. I ruin their Hajj and their Umrah as well, because obviously when we do Hajj, we do Umrah beforehand as we land. So inshallah, when I land, I'm going to do Umrah, have a day and a half to rest, and then start on with my Hajj. That'll be 5 days, maybe 6, and then inshallah a couple of days at the apartments that they put us in, at the Azizia apartments. Then on to inshallah about 6-7 days at Makkah, again at the hotels, and then the same at Medina at the hotel as well. And then inshallah I'll come back to the UK. So I pray for my safe return, and I ask you to pray for me, pray for my success for Hajj. If I've posted this up already, if I haven't, and you see this at the end, I ask that you pray that my Hajj gets accepted. So assalamu alaikum.